but more fundamentally, he drew on that wellspring of patriotism to direct us to do something that we shouldn't have been doing in the first place.
Because he had bad information or because of negligence or incompetence?
I know enough people who know him. I think he had bad information, but, fundamentally, like, post 9/11 was really important. We had to go and deal with the terrorist networks that had existed all across the world that had been allowed to fester over the previous generation of American negligence. But fundamentally, the war on terrorism was not an existential thing to the United States of America in the way that like World War II was an existential thing for Britain, right? And I think we have to be careful about how we describe what we're asking our young people to do, because if you ask them to do something and they feel like you were being honest with them, I think that sort of pays dividends into that patriotic reservoir. Mm-hmm. If you ask somebody to do something and it turns out you were lying to them, whether it was intentional or not, I think you draw down that patriotic reservoir. I don't know by the way, I mentioned that poll and, I don't have the information, I don't have the data in front of me, but whatever the number of Americans, young Americans who say they would die for their country, I would bet I'd bet a lot of money that number in 2026 is much lower than it was in 2003.